Okay. Archipelago again?
Attention, you are entering the zone controlled by the enemy.
Right, it's the command center map. But we're on the defending side, and, well, I can defend something, and oh boy, I've been noticed. Haha! Yes! My worldwide fame is now garnering me praise! However, that really only happens in games that are really small, so I suppose that's a statement for how small the community is versus my own YouTube fame. Still though, I love it when you guys notice me, so please feed my ego.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
Making sure someone knows that Senpai did in fact notice. And now we will continue with the one-shotting of the boomerangs. If I actually hit the fucking target. Uh-huh. Excuse me. I need that tail. Round and 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 round. Excuse me. Okay, that's that. It looks like the enemy team is just kinda running straight for the airfield. I don't think they're gonna get there in time, though. Come on, somebody get that boomerang. Get it. Get it. There you go. And now all those guys are standing around like a bunch of dumbasses. They haven't even captured their command center yet. These guys better all be bots, because it's the only way I could actually conceive of someone being this dumb. Sometimes the bots are smart. Sometimes the bots are really, really dumb. Example in being smart. Rolling all over the place so I can't get my one-hit kill. But I did get it anyway. Okay, so, target. 0. Well, thankfully there's like 4 or 5 more planes behind me! Whoa, excuse me! Excuse me! There's my hit. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, not getting that. Too fast. Alright, so that's the first wave of enemy attackers dealt with, and both command points under our control. So far we seem to be doing our job. We are heading onwards towards shutout, so let's see if we can keep this advantage. Seems like the bombers, well, they're gonna go for the secondary point. It looks like everybody's trying to form up to maybe clear away, but those are also bombers. Way up there. See, that's the thing with bombers. That's why I think bombers are going to be effective if they can actually get stuff done. Depending on what kind of state they make it in, because they were changed around. Bombers just fly in a way that is actually impractical for you to bother them. That's why I think they're going to be strong, because I could go up there and shoot them down, but it takes so long to actually get up to them, if I'm not, say, a heavy fighter, that I'm actually suffocating myself from points. Cutting myself off from actually getting more points and keeping my score up to go get them. I may result in winning the game for my team like that, but the fact of the matter is, it's not a very rewarded tactic. Spitfire, what the fuck are you doing?
Enemy bombers inbound. Don't let them reach their target.
I have my control surfaces, you son of a bitch. You can outturn me, but I'm gonna try harder. It's not working.
We have complete control of the skies.
But whatever, we have complete control of the actual game. This is a problem. Now he's behind me. Oh boy. That was embarrassing. Alright, you know what? Now we run, because fuck that. Is he still behind me? No, he gave up. Reset!
Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
Uh-oh. Stalling. Stalling! 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 Oh, God! On fire! Damn it! I basically... That was embarrassing. But we're winning anyway, so it doesn't matter. Basically, I gave that guy a kill. I killed myself for that guy. But whatever. I'm allowed fuck-ups on camera, mostly, kind of, a little bit. Shut up! Did not do very much that game, mainly because it fucking ended so damn fast.
The enemy has taken over the command center. Immediate counterattack required.
Oh well. Yeah, they've got that, and we only have, one more tick until we win. So it didn't do very much this game. Aside from die comically, but whatever.
Great job today. We'll be waiting for you
I
back
had
home.
it. If I hadn't fucking stalled, I probably would have killed him, but that's what the engine upgrade's for. And we'll have that right now. Haha! We noticed weaknesses and deficiencies in the machines of the Soviet Union, and then we removed them. So moving on. Okay. So, there's that. We also completed a mission. How about that? But yeah, we got 1,000 XP. Fantastic. Now, what? Oh! Oh, well, fuck you, video game. But wait, I have gold. Fuck you. Fuck you even more! Ha-ha! I'd like to research the thing, please. Like for the UI to actually work. Click. Thank you. Clicky, clicky, click. Okay, so now we're even more efficient. Good. Fantastic. And now, we have 63,000. Oh, it factored the engine price into it. Oh, alright. So, now we needed 65,000 altogether, but now we need 63,000 in order to get to the Act 9U. We didn't actually need that engine, but since we're going to be going on this long of a grind, we might as well fully upgrade the plane. But, moving on swiftly, let's get into this. This is going to be a bit of a grind. Well, it's all been a bit of a grind. But you know what I mean. Time to put the back into it.
And we shall win.
Weapon of revenge. Yes, yes. A map with actual air bases. Even better. But like I was saying in the last game, bombers are going to be powerful because it's just so fucking annoying to go get them. And player bombers are going to be flying even higher than the bot bombers. Because the bot bombers have an assigned altitude. The player bombers will go up to like 3,000 meters and no one will actually go bother them. And that's a very effective weapon because, well, from what I've learned from the Blenheim... Oh wait, no, Blenheim, right, Bowfighter, Blenheim, yes, please the artists in the audience. Thank you. More of my Americanized pronunciations corrected. But yes, playing the Blenheim, the major thing that I can see bombers doing in a sort of competitive arena is backcapping. But since the update, it's actually harder for them to capture points, so we'll see how that actually factors into anything. But those guys are going that way, those guys are going that way, and this point's right in front of our fucking spawn. With boomerangs. So you know what, I think I can handle this on my own. Maybe. Just maybe. If I can hit the damn targets. There's one of them. The AA is fucking getting thick. Down goes Bowfighter. I'm sorry. Bowfighter! Factor it into my accent! Okay, good. You see, you can take point by yourself when you one-hit literally every enemy in the area, but no, there were 2 hits there. We needed a little bit extra to finish off the enemy after we fired the shell that took off probably 98% of their hit points. You see, it's balanced because it doesn't immediately remove you from the game. It just kind of gives you enough time to realize that, yeah, you're gonna die. Then it's balanced. As you can see by that Spitfire, he managed to use that to, well, totally screw me over that last game. But as I said, I basically killed myself for that guy. Having it not be instant death is somewhat of a balancing factor because well, instant death is very finite. Or rather, very final. There's not a lot you can do against instant death. However, if there's just a little wiggle room, then there's places for accidents to happen. And those accidents may or may not actually balance the situation. Roll. Hey, Mossy. Get the fuck. Wait. Come on, you. Well, there's. Hey, look, I'm not stalling anymore. Oh, no, now I've just stalled. God damn it. Get back here, you plywood piece of shit.
Enemy is launching rocket strikes
well,
on our complex.
I did not kill him.
The enemy military base.
Also, that's a lot of, well, they're all up there. I'm gonna break away from this. Where should we go? We should go that way. Now you see, the bombers are up there, they're just kind of just being assholes. The Viewfighters are up there to kind of poke at them, but a player bomber is gonna go even higher to avoid those guys. And now, well, here comes the fighters now. Uh-oh. Yeah, you break away. Wait, no, that's not a player, but threatening Spitfire. Remove Daimler-Benz Spitfire. Remove. Okay. Those guys are coming right at me. Please stand still. Thank you. You don't need to stand still. Good. Well, I'm gonna get you, you son of a bitch. Wait, there it is. See, it's so nice having that 1,000 meter engagement range, even though it's incredibly fucking difficult sometimes to hit the target. It looks like the bombers are gonna reduce that point over there. You see, that's what bombers are good for. But they're kind of being whittled away by the Viewfighter defense aircraft just because, well, they're flying directly at level. They're programmed to do that. It's fair that way, I suppose. But that's the thing. A player bomber is going to be flying even higher than that, and the base that they just captured over there is going to be something you're probably going to have to worry about bombers for. Because they can just fly over the battlefield. Most people won't even notice them. And if they do notice them, they'll just kind of brush it off and say, oh, well, somebody will get them. And unfortunately, the repair area in this zone has been destroyed. God damn it. That's really unfortunate. Came all the way over here for absolutely nothing. What a shame. We're losing, but we had majority points just a moment ago. At least we've got the military base, though, so it's going to make capturing things a little easier. But those bombers up there are what's really becoming an issue. Okay, so we've got ground attack players moving in over here. See, the bombers are coordinating, and so are the ground attack planes. So, it's becoming a more efficient and focused machine. I think the repair point is actually respawned over there, but too late, we're already over here.
The airfields are ours. We've got the enemy contained.
Good, at least there's that. So let's go in here and see if we can just knock off a couple of points here for this capture.
Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support. Do you copy? Over.
These cannon rounds are going nowhere.
The target. Enemy objects damaged.
Ow. Oh boy, that's a lot of planes. Let's see if we can kill all of them before anything happens. Oh, no. They were all 2 of them were zeros. That wasn't gonna happen. I knew they were all up there, but I didn't know they were gonna come down for me, but looks like they focused on me because I was a threatening fighter. But, well, it looks like we've got, and with that one, it's probably gonna capture the point. Yeah, there's that. So it looks like we're kind of okay.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed. Returning to base. Do you copy?
We need to hold on to the zones, but, well, we've got a fully healed aircraft. We've got majority points, so we just need to just stay on top of this for a little while. The bots are talking to each other about getting kills on each other. The machine is evolving. You're witnessing it here. Skynet will be born on World of Warplanes. This is what it will do. It will start here, and as we train the machine in Balance 2.0, it will then begin to take over the world. Or create sentient plane waifus. One or the other. But then again, maybe the plane waifus are yet another step onto world domination. Maybe it's all part of the plan. We just don't know how many steps are in the plan. There's a plane behind me. That is a whole swath of enemy planes. I do not like being here.
They've almost got us.
But I'm slowly removing the planes. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is terrible. This is just absolute shit. Uh-oh. The plane waifus, they're coming for me. Go the fuck away! That's the 0. Uh-oh. You see, I'd like my engine to be here again. Uh-oh, this is where I died. Ow! He wasn't even looking at me, and that was a player. Well, at least there's that. At least a player killed me. But yeah, I kind of just bumbled right into the entire enemy team that was coming directly at me. But oh well, I thought I was gonna have somewhere, I thought I was gonna actually have more teammates and somewhere to go. So, we might be in a bad spot here. Oh yeah, we're in a terrible spot. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. I still got the most points in the game, though! Right, this is how this happens. I keep seeing this and wondering how people die with this many points, but, well, now we see how it happens.
Attention, all aircraft.
Wow.
Fall back and regroup.
It was a draw, though. Okay. My fuck-ups are no one's gonna notice, because we still managed to fight it to a draw. Yeah. Right. Let's just go before anyone says anything. Oh, look at that. Heavy-duty control surfaces. The premium ones, which are impractical to use, but I will use them just because we have them. Right. It's service. Right. And guys, can we just have the bar down here for all this shit? Really, it doesn't need to be in a different screen. You have 2 other games that have this shit. But then again, I suppose World of Warships doesn't have this as well. World of Warships has a different screen for this kind of stuff. But World of Tanks, this isn't that complicated. So it should just be like World of Tanks in at least the UI form. But yes, the premium stuff. And people keep saying about, you know, the premium consumables. And actually, we do have a lot of premium stuff here. I just haven't been using it at all. But the premium consumables, and most importantly, the premium ammunition. Now, you see, one thing I wanted to touch upon here is the fact that while these are premium pay-to-win rounds in theory, they do actually have downsides. They are specialized ammunition. And honestly, it's kind of hard to judge a situation where you'd actually want to use them. So they have downsides. They're incredibly situational, it would seem, by interpretation. And they also cost real money and you can't buy them for credits. Is this the same problem with gold rounds as it is in World of Tanks? No, not even fucking close. And I think people need to kind of wake the fuck up and realize that, because it's not necessarily the same issue. Yes, in principle, having premium ammunition is a bad thing, just by the sheer fact that it creates a, well, it just creates another step that you have to step up in order to actually compete, and it also kind of breaks game mechanics when it does that. However, At least in aircraft, I'm not expecting the armor of my aircraft to really block anything because I don't have any. Except for, well, if I'm flying a Sturmovik, I'd kind of help it if my pilot doesn't die as often because, you know, armored glass. But for the most part, aircraft aren't the same thing as tanks. When a tank's armor is penetrated, the tank doesn't really have very much else. Because that's the reason the tank has armor. And this is why tanks that have armor in World of Tanks are completely fucking useless, because you just press gold. You just press 2 and then fire right through the armor. So what does this mean? You have to rely on things that are actually impenetrable. You have to rely on absolutes. And what's an absolute? A building, or a hill, or your side of a mountain. Things that you can't fire through in order to actually block shells and mitigate damage. What does that mean? Buildings, mountains, and hills don't fucking move. So that means passive gameplay. That's what I absolutely despise. It just becomes a game of passive gameplay with paper-thin vehicles with high DPM. Or autoloaders, which are just burst DPM. Which is just the bad things about high DPM crammed into a box. And made even more extreme. World of Warplanes, we have respawning, so it's not that big of a deal if you die horribly. At least at, you know, maybe at the end of the game it's kind of disappointing, and maybe that can cost you, but for the vast majority of the game, it's not going to be that big of a deal. If you get yourself into a bad situation, the game's forgiving because you have respawning. You can come back. World of Tanks, you go down the wrong side of the map and run into people shooting gold, you're dead, your fun is over. You can't do anything except sit there, being salty about the entire thing, and then going back to hangar and trying to play something else. But the fun that you wanted to have is over. World of Warplanes doesn't have that issue, because there's respawning. It's probably one of the best fucking decisions they made for this game. And, once again, gold rounds in this game don't work the same way. I'm not expecting my plane to block shells when I'm getting shot at. I'm expecting my plane to hold together a little bit more. Like, you know, hold it together under fire so I don't die immediately, but planes have no armor. And these don't do any more damage, per se. Fire, you know, chance of fire might be something, but critical damage doesn't actually do more damage to your plane. So, and there's even one for ground targets as well, which is incredibly situational. And it's only useful for a couple of subsets of planes. So, once again, not the same issue. And also, just for the fact of it being here, to annoy me. The fact of the matter is, like I've been saying, the rounds are incredibly situational and impractical to use because they cost real money. So what does that mean? That means I'm not going to use them, and the vast majority of people I'm going to encounter are not going to be using them. And there's really no way to tell because, once again, I'm not expecting my plane to bounce shells. So there's no disappointment when a shot hits me and does damage. And fire and... I'm expecting critical damage in some cases all of the time. I mean, hell, I have a 45. I basically, every time I hit a plane, I do critical damage. With or without the premium ammunition. And every time I get shot up in the wing, I kind of expect it to knock something out. Fire is incredibly random as well. Or even more random than that. So fire is just sort of like, it's unfortunate, but it happens. And it's not necessarily like, I've used the high explosive rounds before, or rather the explosive incendiary. It doesn't seem like it does all that much anyway, when I have them as well. Even in rapid fire weapons, like it recommends. See, weapons with a high rate of fire, and then large caliber weapons. Like, I would want to use high explosive on the 45 here, but the problem is, the 45 already does a monstrous amount of critical damage anyway. It guarantees critical hits on basically anything it hits, basically. As well as taking the majority of their hit points off. So it's already good enough, I don't need these. So they're either superfluous, placebo, or just kind of useless. So, should the premium rounds be here? No. Should specialized ammo be here? Yes. That adds more depth to the game. But is this the same problem with premium ammunition as it is in World of Tanks? No. And if you use your brain and analyze the situation, you'll realize that. So, I don't want to hear any more talk about, you know, oh, but gold rounds are in World of Warplanes. Why don't... You're a hypocrite if you like this game, but don't like World of Tanks. World of Tanks is a shit game and it needs help. This game, doing pretty okay. Even with all the same Some of the same flaws. Not all the same flaws. Some of the same issues. A lot of times, the game just plays completely differently. That's a good thing. That means I can enjoy it. But, anyway, enough rambling. Let's go back on and play some more games. But remember, last time, you can like World of Warplanes without liking the bullshit in World of Tanks. In the end, they're damn near completely different.